A detective in the office stumbled upon something terrifying. A hidden program was monitoring his every move through his own phone's camera. Clearly, there was a traitor inside the task force. And worse, the criminals had already hacked into every device. They were watching everything. The detective quickly copied the files from his computer. When a colleague offered to help, he firmly said no. He was on high alert now. All he wanted was to pack the data and get the hell out of there. Because from the moment he uncovered the truth, he knew he was marked. He called his superior, trying to speak in code, but his boss didn't get it. The entire unit was at Jack's house, having a get-together. Nobody suspected a thing. The detective crept into the elevator, hoping to slip away unnoticed, but when the doors opened again, he had already been attacked. He collapsed, still clutching a wristwatch tightly in his hand, almost like he was trying to send a message. On the wall beside him, the signature letter B had been left behind. Most likely the calling card of Killer B. Doctors fought to save him, and barely kept him alive. Before he lost consciousness, he made one desperate plea: give the watch to Jack, the genius detective. But Killer B usually only targeted criminals, and this detective looked just like a regular guy. A man dressed in black silently trailed behind Jack. Jack seemed to stare at the watch all day, but in reality, he had already figured everything out. He returned to the unit, asking where the injured detective was. The man in black, he was the real killer. He snuck into the hospital to finish the job, but Jack was already waiting for him. The moment he saw the knife, he recognized it. It came from his own house. The killer must have stolen it during the daytime party. Everything clicked when Jack matched it with the watch. The killer was Jack's own assistant, David. He wanted to take away everyone Jack cared about, just like he did 8 years ago. Then, David picked up the knife and stabbed himself. Jack rushed forward, but David grabbed his hand, smearing Jack's fingerprints on the blade. Jack instantly knew it was a setup. He was drugged right after. When Lucy arrived, all she heard was David's final accusation. Meanwhile, Jack had been dragged to the rooftop by none other than Killer B. When Jack came to, he immediately recognized the boy in front of him, the ruthless killer that had the whole task force baffled. Killer B had found Jack, thanks to a tip from the courtesan. He wasn't here to kill. He wanted answers. Where was Lily? But Jack, calm as ever, poured himself a cup of coffee. He admitted something dark, that he had long been obsessed with hunting criminals, leaving behind that signature B at every scene, just to send a message to Lily. All he wanted now was to know where she was. But will Jack finally tell him the truth?